He takes in a good amount at once, swallowing deeply. I can show him how to swallow something else deeply later. Hello, and welcome to Binary Star Hero. This is a yandere dating sim in which you meet a mysterious guy named Ray. He seems pretty nice, but he bears a striking resemblance to the city's #1 hero, Binary Star. And as you get to know him, it seems like he's got a lot of skeletons in his closet. Let's get started. In the modern era of superheroes and supervillains, I was just a regular villain. Wait, I'm a villain? And he's a hero? That's kinda hot. And I say was very intentionally here. My days of crime are officially over. I didn't go out in a large daring stunt or in insane wealth like most may assume that a villain would. Most may assume that villains finally retire when nature makes an end of our perpetual greed and selfishness, eventually spiraling into self-sabotage, becoming our own undoing. But that was not me. I had loans to pay off, medications to afford, a family to support. I was not looking for a beautiful life full of luxury or Gatsby-level grandeur. I only wanted to survive. And sometimes, we can only survive in the best way we know how. For me, that was stealing from others. I didn't take from the average Joe. My targets were specifically 7 figures and above. Let's freaking go! As I always say, eat the rich, take from the corrupt. Well, sometimes I would stoop, but they always deserved it. But now it's over. I went out nameless. As long as you know what to take, what they can afford to lose, they will never search you out. I'm not proud of what I've done. Okay, that's a lie. I am a little proud, but not many knew of me. I was never infamous enough to attract the attention of the heroes until now. Until now, and he's gonna bend us over and clap us. But the underground crime world sure knew me. They referred to me as... What did they call me in the criminal underworld? Oh shit! I need to have a villain name? What's a really cool villain name that isn't cringe? Nightbringer? Nightcrawler? Crimson Rain? Direct reference to Hua-Chang? Oh shit. Default name it is. They refer to me as Winter. Boo yinny boo, uncreative name. In infamy. I even gained a small fan following of fellow criminals. But that doesn't change the fact that those days are over for me. My loans are paid off. My family has a proper safety net. I can afford my medication, for a while at least. It was a means to an end, and now the present day me. Hey newbie, pass me some napkins. Some old fart dropped his coffee. I groan looking at the clock. Only 9 AM. I sigh heavily, my co-worker's voice grating on my ears. I pass my 9 AM annoyance some napkins. If you sound like that, you'll only bring yourself bad luck, newbie. Yeah, I'm gonna need more napkins than this. Graham smells like his whole coffee. Whole bean coffee. The face is so cute. I glance a glare at my coworker Miles. I'm about to ask if he's high at 9 in the morning when he cuts me off. By the way, what's your name again? If I ask how's, they'll explode at me. He laughs sheepishly, scratching his head. My name is Yinny. We've been working here together for over a month, Miles. Oh, right, Yinny. Don't be mad, I promise I'll remember next time. Miles walks towards the spill with an incredible amount of napkins in hand. Miles, you know we have a cleaning supplies closet, right? If you just wipe it up with napkins, it's gonna be sticky. Truer words have never been spoken. We're talking about coffee, right? Sheesh, newbie. Until you had to live your life, I shoot a glare at Miles. Please stop calling me newbie. Okay, I get it, sure. My legs are like Superstore from stock this morning though. Do you mind cleaning it up and I'll man the register? Hal said you aren't allowed on the register anymore after charging a customer $20 extra. That was only one for the 3rd time. In one day, Miles. Just be chill. Hal only takes your side because what, Miles? Haley's tall, unimpressive stare gazes at Miles. Haley's hot. Haley! How are you so quiet? Miles? Yeah? Go clean up the mess. Haley hands Miles a mop and a bucket. Miles hangs his head walking towards the spill while dragging the mop and bucket behind him. Yeah. Miles grumbles, sulking back to the spill. Haley sighs deeply, leaning on the counter next to me. They grab a slightly burnt croissant from the discards pile and pick at it. I swear I've never seen Miles do things the right way, even if only 1% more effort is required. Haley's stare lingers on Miles' sneakers. Damn it, those layons aren't cool though. I look at the flashy black and green shoes Miles is sporting. I can't resist a good sneaker even if it's being sported on the least deserving person possible. Aren't those things like a couple hundred at least? Yep, Haley sighs. Maybe I should just steal them when he takes his afternoon nap in the storage room. How about it? Want to be my partner in crime? I don't think I'm quite cut out for a life of villainy. Sorry to disappoint, Hal. Haley drops a casual pat on my shoulder. Don't worry about it, Yinny. Just keep being a kick-ass barista. We're cool. Haley and I sat in the ambience of the cafe. I wiped down the countertops as Haley picked at the scone. The position in which Haley was standing gave them direct line of sight into Miles' activities. Miles' current demeanor of a hard-working cafe employee indicated that he felt their hawk-like stare. I sigh again, glancing upwards at the clock. Don't get too impatient. You still have a full 5 left to go. Feels like forever. Maybe you should pick up a more exciting job then. This is all the excitement I want to handle. I prefer a boring life. Excitement usually means trouble. You look like you're speaking from experience. Hal leans in close, the long hair trickling over their shoulder. What secrets are you hiding, Yinny? Nothing. I should be more concerned about your secrets, Hal. Haley raises an eyebrow curiously. I mean, if you'd happen to get arrested for something like insurance fraud, I'd be out of a job. Insurance fraud? Do I look that shady to you? Haley huffs jokingly. Then you could finally leave me to rot in prison and get your dream job. Yep, what's my dream job? I cross my arms and tilt my head curiously. Haley levels their gaze at me. I don't know. Maybe like a superhero? Haley was more monotone than ever, but I could tell it was an obvious joke. I really look the type, huh? I draw out sarcastically. Maybe a superhero name could be like Pessimist or something. I laugh, a small twinkle shines behind Haley's eye. Oh yeah? What will I do? Bum the villains out so much that they decide to go home? I mock a superhero pose. You there, disgusting villain. Don't you have any idea about the money that you're stealing? Inflation is on the rise. The money will be worth next to nothing in 2 years. Haley covers their face and turns their back. They attempt to regain composure, but I felt a little disappointed I wasn't able to see their expression. Well, you could totally go for it. You're even bumming me out. I smile wide and laugh a bit at the ridiculousness of it. That's what I like about you, Yinny. You feel like the only other person that truly couldn't give a shit about the heroes. Even villains tend to have their favorite heroes. But you truly couldn't care less. Why is that? I shrug and mumble out some random reason. Taxpayer money and all that. Can I order? My head springs up at the customer on the other side of the counter. They rub their arm awkwardly. Crap. How long were they standing there? I wanted to die of embarrassment. My head whizzed over to Haley, but they already took advantage of the moment and trotted off to some other part of the cafe. My cheeks felt hot as I glanced up at the man. Sorry about that. And there is our yandere hero. On the honest, he's kinda cute. I didn't see you there. No problem. I prefer it that way. What? Never mind. Let's just stop talking. He cringed at himself looking up at the menu. Can I get a black coffee to go? Yeah, sure. Nothing else? He pauses for a second, as if he's trying to determine if it's a trick question. No. Thank you. So, that'll be $3 flat. He hands over a $5 bill. Here's your change, sir. Keep it. He moves away before I can give him his receipt. Not very talkative. I put together a fresh black coffee in a to-go cup. He stands over at the counter ready to grab it. Right before I hand the coffee over, I quickly pull it back towards myself. I almost forgot this. I slip a coffee sleeve onto the cup. Careful, it's hot. You don't want to burn your hands. Why does everything I say feel so awkward with this guy? He flashes a wry smile. Thanks. He glances down at my name tag. Yinny, have a good day. He takes the coffee from my hand. His fingertips brush over mine during the exchange, making me jump a little. The man walks out the door, sipping his hot coffee. He glances at me while passing the glass window. When our eyes make contact, he shifts his gaze away. I continue to work the register, bringing customers up and preparing drinks. When customers peter out later in the day, I pass the time by watching TV with no sound hanging in the corner. A special about a hero's origin flashes across the screen. I mute the TV as binary stars, red, blue, and white and yellow, stand out among the news interview. A child from the stars, huh? I murmured to myself. As unbelievable as it was, Binary's red eyes were chillingly inhuman. To the general public figure, he glimmered like starlight, but to the villains, his name was only uttered in whispers. The rest of the day passes pretty normally. Soon, I'll finally be off the clock and can head home. I yawn while looking through some boxes under the counter for more sleeves. The morning shift is brutal. I probably shouldn't have stayed up so late doom scrolling. Nay. Ow! I rubbed the back of my head where it hit the counter. Ducking my head out from under the counter, I see Haley standing there with their usual expression. Hal, you really have to make your presence more known. Haley shrugs. Do you mind bussing some tables? Sure, but where's Miles? Probably pretending to do work in the storage room while browsing auction sites for hero action figurines. I start to laugh, assuming it's a joke, but Haley's unamused expression never shifted. Haley sighs, rubbing their temples. Sometimes I wonder if firing him would be easier, but it would make my life more complicated if I did. Haley glances up at me quickly. It's tough to find anyone willing to work a normal job recently. All Miles talks about is how he's gonna quit someday and be a hero. Haley barks a humorless laugh. Yeah? The guy can barely tell a coarse grind from a fine grind. And don't even get me started about how many times he's... Yo, check out this sidekick era Blaze figure I found. Wait, why isn't he fired then? It's only at 8Ks and has an hour left. $8,000 for an action figure. With spending habits like that, it's no wonder Miles is trying to always borrow money. As Haley starts in on the lecture, I quietly dip out. I hum to myself while gathering the left-behind plates, mugs, and cups off the table and placing them into the bus tub. I walk into someone, almost dropping the bus tub. The stranger's hand grasps the container from the other side, keeping it steady. Oh, nice reflexes. I look up and see the same stranger from yesterday. I feel a bit frazzled, my face heating up and remembering the caught glances and the graze of our fingertips. Can he graze his other tip against me later? Oh my god, get it together, you whore. Okay, I'm sorry. My eyes shoot up to his. I could swear he's laughing at me. Instead, he coolly shifts his gaze in another direction. He is a little attractive, though. You think so? What? He smirks down at me. My reflexes. Right, yeah. My eyes go wide, noticing the customer's hand still holding the bus tub. Sorry. Oh, he can definitely read minds. I place the bus tub down on a nearby table. The man stands there with a curious look on his face. I didn't get anything on you, did I? I flutter around him, making sure no stains are on his shirt. He didn't move, staring down at me intensely. Also, the wide neckline is so slutty. I verified that there weren't any spills on him and backed up a little. I think you're good. I looked down and noticed a coffee at his table. Black coffee again. You know we have other things too. I hope that didn't come off as judgmental. I like this. After a second of awkward silence, he continues. Well, I'm usually in a rush to get to work, so black coffee is just the fastest to get. Oh, okay. I see. Well, if you ever want to try something new, I can make something else for you. Sounds tempting. I promise it'll be really good. You won't ever want to buy coffee anywhere else, or your money back. Okay. Can I get that in writing? Are we flirting? Cheeky bastard. You don't seem to be in a rush today. No. Work doesn't quite need me yet. What do you do for work? You're asking me what I do for work when you don't even know my name yet. I'm disappointed in you, Yinny. How do you know my name? He gazes down at me. His intense dark eyes scan my form. They linger as they move across me slowly. I end up feeling frazzled all over again. Is he staring at my chest? I glance down, seeing my name tag. Oh my god, you idiot, Yinny. Oh, right. Perks of being an employee. Why did I just say that? Is me getting to know your name a perk of the job for you? Oh my god, he's flustering me. The man smirks darkly, his eyes scanning my face. Okay, he has a serious amount of riz. I'm flattered. I don't have to pay extra for flattery, right? I'm pretty sure my face is as red as a tomato at this point. No, it's on the house. I gather the bus tub into my arms a little too quickly, splashing a bit of water onto myself. Sorry, I gotta go, do some work. As I turn around to escape, I could swear I heard a deep chuckle. He is playing with us. When I returned from the back, the man was already gone. I wonder if he'll come back tomorrow. Well, next day. A week goes by and the customer hasn't come back, but I miss him. Some part of me felt a little disappointed. Another part of me chastised myself for how ridiculous that it is when I don't even know the man's name. He's a stranger. He could be like a murderer or something. Or married. Why am I even thinking about this? It's so stupid. I groaned into my hands. Yeah, same. I dragged my head up to see House standing next to me. I follow the line of vision and land on the muted TV in the corner. Shown on the screen was the most notable superhero binary star. The truth, there truly wasn't a household that hasn't heard of the name. Let's see what they're saying about this prick. Haley grabs the remote, turning up the sound. The hero that'll shine against any darkness. How do you feel about that title, Mr. Binary Star? Well, I gotta say I'm flattered. But Steve, they're not wrong. The hero tilts his hand, giving an animated wink to the interviewer. He then turns to the camera, pointing directly to the audience. No villain can hide under the thick veil of darkness, not while I'm around. Against the dusk of their crimes, a shining light will always prevail, bringing them into justice. The hero turns his point into a thumbs up, his smile so wide it instinctively made me rub my own jaw. You are known to have numerous abilities, but none as iconic as the diamond melting eyes. It is said that you're born with a special talent, indicating from birth that you're an ability holder. Yeah, that's right. When I first opened my eyes and they were red, it really gave the nurses a scare. Despite the shock, my dear mother never once faltered in loving me. God rest her soul. The interviewer extends his condolences. As I grew older, my other abilities manifested, and now... Ugh. He's got multiple powers. I am so screwed. In more ways than one. Haley turns off the TV. God, I freaking hate that guy. I glanced towards Haley. It was odd she disliked heroes so much. Most people love heroes. And even if they aren't interested, they will at least feign interest in order to be liked by the people around them. Heroes are seen as the paragon of justice. So, to openly dislike them is seen as odd at best, suspicious at worst. Why so much hate? Haley turns to me a bit shocked. What? I thought you didn't like him either. I don't. I'm just surprised that you're so passionate about hating him. Haley rolls her eyes. It's all just so fake, honestly. All this showboating, bullshittery, just so the heroes to go out and mercilessly slaughter anyone they deem as villains. It's honestly disgusting. Does anyone even remember when we tried to reform criminals? Now they just get slaughtered because that's easier than reformation. And the only group that seems to care, even the goddamn smidgen, is the freaking prison industry. Because, oh god forbid, they lose out on 25 cents an hour labor. Like, is this world going crazy? Or is it just me? I noticed some of their customers are glancing over at Haley as their voice continues to get louder alongside their building passion. I agree with Haley to an extent. Heroes do have too much power, but the idea that they go around slaughtering villains? They must be getting these ideas from some borderline extremist, or at least villain-sympathetic internet forum or something. It's common knowledge after all, heroes don't kill. Calm Haley down. Haley. I touch their arm, grabbing their attention. They pause, noticing me look around the cafe at the customers who are peering curiously. Yeah, you're right. Now shut up now. Haley sighs, pushing their hair over their shoulder. I'm right though. Back when I was a teen, people still protested heroes. They grumble while walking away. Okay, Granny, we know the world was different back in your day. Haley shoots a glare in my direction, but is unable to keep a completely straight face. They laugh while continuing to walk to the storage room. I'm gonna go sort out some inventory in the back. Get my old person back and hang in there. Maybe I'll have to ask for help from the younglings with more energy. I point to the register. Yeah, I don't mind helping out, as long as you're cool with the till being run by a certain employee with sticky fingers and a fascination for hero collectibles. Never mind, I feel years younger. Haley walks off in a wide stride. Although their boots have heels, I can never seem to hear them click against the hard floor. I sigh, turning back on the TV. It's getting later on in the day, so customers are petering out, and I'll be damned if I don't have some form of entertainment for my last working hour. The hero's face lights up the screen as he saves women and children from imminent danger. Apparently, he's only been in the city for about 3 weeks and the people have already fallen in love with him. They even claim that he alone reduced villain and criminal attacks by 60% in the last month. Watching him do his thing on screen, the fall in villainy wasn't much of a surprise to me. It was almost impressive seeing him fly around, battling against monsters and villains. His red eyes glow, cutting down everything in their path. Apparently, he has trained many sidekicks to become successful heroes, and can't help but wonder how hectic his life is. The hero, after saving a child, smiles and waves at the camera. Citizens clap on and cheer for him in the background. An edited highlight shot of the hero plays. He gloriously flashes across the screen as terrified citizens scream for help, soon to be picked up and saved. Some part of me felt gross watching it. Imagine almost dying and immediately getting edited into a hero montage. Ugh, not a fan, huh? I almost jump out of my skin at the sound of the voice in front of me. I look up and see the customer from about a week ago. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see you there. Yeah, I noticed. He glances up at the screen. It's okay, I'd rather look at binary style than myself too. I smile sheepishly. I don't really like him or anything. Why do I feel the need to specify that? I cringe internally. Yeah, I kinda noticed that too. You did. Your facial expression kinda looked like you smelled soiled milk or something. My jaw hangs, and I'm at a loss for words. But like, 4-month-old spoiled milk, not a week-old spoiled milk. It was intense. I almost even felt hurt for the guy. Nobody wants to get that kind of look from a cute barista. Cute? The man smirks, quirking an eyebrow. Do you want me to repeat myself? No, it's okay. I feel like if I heard him say it again, my face would simply combust. I already know it's probably bright red, while this guy just stands there with the same smirk. What a bastard. His smirk seems to get wider. Why don't you like him? He motions his head towards the TV. Never had any interest in them. Call me crazy, but I think the whole hero thing is kinda ostentatious. I can't help but think that there are better ways to spend that money and time. It just feels like a new category of arsehole at the end of the day. I nod. Exactly. I think I'd rather my heroes be everyday people. Humans that have their own lives and issues to worry about, without fame and special abilities, but they take the time and effort to care for others around them. Not celebrities that fly around in some gaudy outfit with homes that cost millions of dollars. But either way, I should probably take your order, considering you have been standing here for like 5 minutes. The man smiles. Don't worry about it. I think I enjoy our little interactions. We can have more interactions back at my place. I grab a medium-sized cup, the size he's ordered the last 2 times he came here. Black coffee again? Oh, you remembered. I try to remember our regulars' orders. I think with this being my 3rd time here, I hardly count as a regular. Okay, well maybe I just think you're hot, huh? I'll take the expedited order anyways. Can I get your name for the order? In all honesty, I didn't really need this name. We tend to just call out the type of drink rather than the name of the customer. But maybe I want to be a little selfish for once. Can I try your special? I give a blank look. The one guaranteed not to be found anywhere else, or I get my money back. Of course. And if you don't like it, I'll make you something else. I thought you said I could get my money back. Am I about to be scammed? Fine. And your money back. He smirks as if he's already won. I'll make the best damn coffee he has ever had. Somehow I feel like you're challenging me. Go take a seat. I'll bring it out to you when it's ready. You don't want me to pay. I'll take your money after I rob you of your pride. He cracks a smile. Cheeky thing. Stop it. My god. I don't know what it is about this man, but his charisma and flirting is really getting me. The last person to get me this much in the games I recently played, I think, is probably Nulla from To Eat a God and Arsham from Bewitching Sinners. The man saunters up to lean against the far wall. I feel his eyes follow me as I move back and forth while making the coffee. After a couple of minutes, it's finally done. I bring out the most beautiful mint latte I've ever made. Aww. The man looks down at it, slightly grimacing. It's kinda green. What? You don't know any other color than black? The man eyes it up suspiciously. If I die from this. Oh my god, you're more likely to die from ingesting black coffee every day. Stir it a bit first and then give it a try. You can also start to take out your wallet if you want. Well, the barista won't stir it for me. Service is really lacking here. I'm not gonna stir it for you, sir. The man chuckles a bit and stirs the drink. He brings it up and takes a sip. He takes in a good amount at once, swallowing deeply. I can show him how to swallow something else deeply later. And pauses, looking at me. The man places down the drink and takes out his wallet. So what do I owe you? I can't help but to smile. You haven't told me how good it is yet. It's good. That's it? Nothing else? Maybe the word you're thinking of was delicious, heavenly, awe-inspiring. Don't push your luck, kid. I got my pride too. He smirks, rifling in his wallet for bills. Don't worry about the money. The satisfaction of your loss is payment enough. No, I lost fair and square. I have to pay up. No, seriously, my treat. He looks at me for what feels like a solid minute before putting his wallet away. If you say so. Okay, but can I get your name? He looks at the drink, which is beautifully displayed in a glass mug, and then checks the time on his phone and grimaces. Before I can even open his mouth, I present a to-go cup and a lid. I figured you wouldn't be able to stick around for long. He seems a bit surprised as he takes the cup, his face eventually falling back into his usual expression. You didn't have to go to all the effort to. I swiftly cut him off. It tastes better when it's presented well. Is that so? I nod enthusiastically. He pours the drink into the to-go cup, careful not to spill. Thanks a lot for this. He leans in close. My heart starts to beat faster. What is he doing? He pauses, snatching the permanent marker out of my apron pocket. I gape as he scribbles something on the to-go cup. He turns the cup towards me, the word Ray scrawled on the side. It's my name. Oh, cool. Nice to meet you, Ray. Nice to meet you too, Yinny. Have a good day at work. But that's where you're going. It occurred to me that it was nearly 4 p.m. on a Tuesday. Was he going back to work? Or maybe he was done for the day. But he never comes in at the same times for coffee. He must have a job with very odd hours, like me. As I walk away, something catches on my shoe, causing me to stumble. Whoa. Ray reaches out with one arm and catches me swiftly by the waist before I completely faceplant. The catch pulled up his sleeve, and his arm was marked with scars. Try not to space out too much when you walk. Ray pulls me back to my feet and releases me gently. His arms were surprisingly strong, considering how sleep-deprived he always looks. The sleep deprivation is hot. Now the only weakness that he doesn't have of mine is that he doesn't have black hair. I can't help but think how surprisingly marked up his arm was. Cuts, holes, slices, both old and new. Maybe his job is some hard manual labor or something. That would explain why he's so tired all the time. And he smelled nice too. I wonder what cologne he uses. I get back behind the counter and watch Ray as he gives me a short wave before leaving. Some part of me hoped he would be back tomorrow. I stick my hands in my apron pockets and sigh. My fingertips nudge a hard object in my pocket. Huh? I pulled out the foreign object that was in my pocket. A small wad of money. I felt a harder object with them. I pull out a part of the coffee sleeve scrawled with a small message in permanent marker. Thanks for the coffee. The extra is tip. Aww. There's a phone number scrawled at the bottom. Yes! I look at the bills. $50. After carrying out the transaction, I stuff the rest of the cash in the tip jar. Finally off work. Despite my desperate desire to just go home and faceplant on the couch and binge shows for the rest of the day, I should probably get some groceries. I can't live off mac and cheese for the next 2 weeks after all. Very true. Or rather, I probably shouldn't. I do a bit of grocery shopping and grab some essentials for the next couple of days, but not too much that I'm unable to carry all of them back to the apartment. Partway through the trip back home, my phone buzzes. I have to bag onto my other arm and check the call. Unknown caller. The sinking feeling in my stomach gave me an idea of who it could be. I take a breath and pick up the call. Winter? Yes? I could tell by the voice. It was my old partner in crime, Double Vision. Double Vision, myself, and the rest of the night crew used to hit houses and make quite a bit of money. We would even lift cars on occasion, though I can't say we split on good terms. You moved. Yeah, away from you. You wound me, Winter. We had a good thing. I could hear the thick malice in his voice. Don't be so cold, honey. Going to the lengths of running away while I was out of town. You wound me, truly. When you left, I did some things I'm not so proud of. But the honest truth is that I saw red. You remember Ripley, right? I swallowed hard. My hands shook, but I was unable to hang up. I can't guarantee that you'll be able to recognize him anymore. He lets out a cold, curt laugh, and then he transitions into a soft cooing voice. You should have told me you're upset. Honey, you can't just leave me like that. You know what that does to a guy. I get so worked up over you. I know I shouldn't. But I keep thinking about you and I don't think I can just let you go. So I'm asking nicely. Please come back. I'll buy you the same flat, the same car, everything. And we can pretend your silly little lapse in judgment never even happened. Come back to the crew. To me. I gather any courage I can, breathing in a shaky breath. Go f*** yourself, Double. I take all the spite I can muster. Go screw yourself, Double. I spit out in rage. Double lets out a loud barking laugh. Oh, you never cease to surprise me. Listen to this close. If you really want to be free, then don't let me find you, honey, because when I do, a heavy silence blankets the call like a mist. I could hear my own heartbeat echo through my ears. Double finally talks in a slow and serious whisper. I'm going to kill you. He hangs up and the line beeps. I collapse to the ground, my legs not feeling quite up to the task of standing. Double Vision and I used to be close. Closer than I'd like to admit, honestly. For a while it was peaceful. Fun, even. Then things slowly started to change. Every time I gave an inch, he started to take 2 inches. And then he would take a foot. Eventually, he wasn't even satisfied with a mile. That was the type of guy Double was. For a while, I wondered if he started to change. Or if this was him all along, prowling under the cracking mask. But at some point, the egg or the chicken hardly mattered. Being around him started to become terrifying. Compliments turned into obsessions. Warnings turned into threats. Once I had enough money, enough of a safety net, I had to get out. Maybe Double in some way. Kept me from becoming too greedy. Kept me from becoming too used to the lucrative villain lifestyle. Oh great, so we have a yandere villain and a yandere hero. Eiffel Tower? Yay! When I asked to leave, he said no. When the soft-spoken Marsh stood up for me, telling Double to just let me go. Double beat Marsh's face into a lump of unrecognizable flesh. From that point on, it guaranteed Double into godhood for more violent members of the crew. The non-violent members became too fearful to ever speak up against Double again, and so I left the crew alone. I fled in the darkness of the night, taking my family with me. I moved my family into a different town, with different names far, far away. As for myself, I became anonymous in a different city, far enough away from my family so that they could live in peace without me. So the question is, has he already found me? After all, Double always enjoyed playing with his food. My legs shook. I felt nauseated with the thought. I desperately scanned the area. I didn't see or feel anything off. Locals walked along, casually carrying out their lives. I quickly gather up my bags. In my haste, my phone falls out of my hand. It tumbles to a stop against the shoes of a stranger. They pick it up and hold it out towards me. Ray! Yeah. He hands me my phone. You look like you've seen better days, Yinny. I have. Can you take me home? Is everything alright? I get up from the ground, setting the groceries onto the ground to straighten out my clothes. I have to get it together. I probably look crazy right now. I mentally chastise myself, looking up at Ray's concerned eyes. I force a grin and pray it's convincing. Yeah, I was just taking a break. Ray raises an eyebrow. I motion towards the groceries. I think I purchased too much. They're pretty heavy. I lie through my teeth. So you took a break in the middle of the street. I laugh awkwardly, unable to find a good excuse. You heading in this direction? He points to where I was facing. Yeah. I'm going that way too. Need some help? Before I can say no, he picks up a grocery bag. A grocery bag that was incredibly light. Ray pauses, turning to look at me. He gives me a look of suspicion and confusion. He opens his mouth as if he was about to say something. Then he seemingly decides against it. He then silently picks up the other grocery bags too. I stare embarrassed, unsure of what to do. Luckily for me, Ray reads the room and decides not to press me further. Are we going? Or do you want me to carry you too? I hurry to catch up to his tired stride. His bags are pretty light. Do you have any food or substance in here? I want to hear about dietary habits from a guy who regularly consumes black coffee in the middle of the day. I recently took up mint lattes, thank you very much. Oh yeah? What made you decide to do that? When a cute barista asks you to try something, you can hardly say no. Someone like me has weaknesses too, you know? Someone like you? How far do you live from here? Not too far. You already getting tired? Ray looks down at me with a wry smile. Not in your life, barista. I have a name, you know. Yinny. I honestly didn't expect you to remember my name. Ray's about to say something when his phone buzzes. He pauses to look at it, then cancels the call, stuffing his phone back into his pocket. After only a couple more moments, his phone begins to buzz again, and he once again cancels it. Sorry about that. I've got some needy juniors at work. Hopefully they'll get the hint and leave me alone. As we stroll, Ray and I chat about a variety of topics. I discover that he likes cats. but due to his work, he's unable to own one. He also recently took up coffee a few months ago. Before then, he never even drank it. Soon enough, we made it to the front door of my apartment building. His phone vibrates again, and he fumbles to reject the call. Sorry. He mumbles. Work forces me to use a phone that has a silent feature blocked. That would be so annoying. I would hate that. That sounds like an unhealthy work environment. Ray gives a chuckle that sounded more tired than humorous. Yeah, I suppose so. Unfortunately, I'm somewhat grandfathered into the position. You can't just quit? Not really. That sounds illegal. Ray just grimaces. He doesn't seem very chatty about work. Must be a stressful career. Well, either way, this is me. I motion up to the apartment building. Invite him in. If you have time, do you want to come up for some tea? As a thank you for the help, of course. My heart was beating and I was sure that my face was getting increasingly red. I genuinely didn't mean the invitation with any unholy intentions. I did, but it was still such an awkward question to ask because of the implication. Ray looks genuinely surprised, almost dropping his phone. Yeah, of course. I'd love to. Ray's phone begins to buzz again. Ray looks visibly annoyed by the buzzing of his phone. Let me just take this real quick. He puts the phone up to his ear. Yes, absolutely not. No, it's my day off. What? Do you have no one else? Am I really your only? He shoots a quick side glance at me. Option or something. I in fact do have a life. Is it so hard to believe that I have plans? Well, that's too bad, isn't it? You just have to find someone else to take it on. Yeah, because I'm about to take Ray on, if you know what I mean. I'm not. Anyways, I'm hanging up now. If you call me again, this phone is getting a hole burnt into it. I'm serious. Ray hangs up and places his phone back in his pocket. He turns to me, smiling kindly. Sorry about that. Should we head up? He picks up the bags before I'm able to. As he takes his first step, the sound of a large explosion is heard in the distance. The ground shakes with the force of the blow. Ray sighs in a frustrated manner. God damn it. Ray's phone buzzes once more and he picks up. Just two. Fine, I'm on my way. But you owe me. After hanging up, Ray turns to me. Sorry, Yinny. Looks like I just can't escape work today. He gives a smile so disappointed that I can't help but feel bad for him. It's okay. Maybe next time? Definitely next time. He picks up the grocery bags again. Don't worry about it. If your work is about that, I point to the giant cloud of black smoke in the distance. It's probably more important than my dumb groceries. Ray gives a slow smile, handing me the grocery bags. His eyes linger on my face as his hands brush mine slowly. Nothing's more important than your dumb groceries. I'll pay you back next time. Okay? He runs his hand over mine before pulling back. The small motion makes my heart flutter something fierce. Okay, thanks for your help, Ray. He smiles. Anytime. Star. He turns and walks away, giving a short wave as he goes. I put the groceries away and collapse onto my bed. It was only around 4 p.m, but it felt like it was such a long day already. I can't help but to drift away into a short nap. I'm awakened with a start. A light draft makes me shiver. I see that the window is cracked open. How do I keep forgetting to close this? I don't think that was me. I feel like Ray opened it. I shut it once again. I sigh, looking up at the clock. Only 10 more minutes before work ends. It was almost 5 p.m. The usual crowd had completely died off at this point. 8 more minutes. Excuse me. Hello. I look up. Why does someone always appear literally right before the end of my shift? I groan internally. Hi, what can I get you today? Yeah, sorry. The customer gives a short, incredulous laugh. Do you not recognize me? No, sorry? I don't understand. The hero of fire, Blaze, is right in front of you? Okay, and? Am I supposed to, like, what, eat your ass or something? And you don't recognize him? Yeah, that's how it is. I blink, unsure of what to say. Oh, of course. You're playing cool and mysterious to get me all interested in you, aren't you? He brushes his hair with his hand, giving me a laugh. Well, don't worry, sweetheart. I'm already there. Ew! He points a finger between him and myself, winking at me. No. Go away. Same page. Same page, my ass. We're not even in the same book. Alright. So, do you want coffee or what? The man waves a hand dismissively. We'll get there in a moment. But first, does a blonde, tired-looking man come in here often? I give a confused look. There are a lot of tired people that come in here. It's a cafe. He's got hair about to here. The man waves his hair around his neckline. And his eyes are really dead, like 1,000-yard stare most of the time. Are you talking about Ray? Yeah, well, first name basis, huh? Lucky guy. I glance at the clock. I should have been off work 5 minutes ago at this point. I attempt to speed things up. So, no coffee then? I don't blame you for going for all that, but... He smiles. I feel like I could give you better. No, thank you. At this point, I'm utterly confused. Look, sir, I don't even know your name. Blaze. I meant your real name. It's Luke. Nice to meet ya. I'm not calling you Blaze. So, As I was saying, I'm parked out front. It's convertible. He points to a flashy red car sitting diagonally across 2 disabled parking spots. How about we get out of here? Just us. He winks and I smile harder to keep my face from cringing. This guy is really laying it on thick. Almost like Ray when he's gonna lay something else thick on me. Not to sound too full of myself, but you'd be lucky to be with a guy like me. My dude, I'd rather eat rocks. I'd rather chew on pebbles. Not sure if you noticed, but I'm a hero. Yeah, okay. And what? What's that supposed to be? He starts to look upset, most likely due to his passes not being received with the enthusiasm he expected. I need to clock out, so do you want to order anything? The man sucks his teeth, leaning up against the counter. Look, you seem a bit dense, so I'll spell it out for you. Luke leans in, his cologne enveloping me. Ew! This may be hard to believe, but I'm the hero Blaze. Yeah, and I don't care. Yes, you mentioned that a few times now. Blaze? I can feel the customer service politeness leaving my body. He gives a leering smile. Now, don't start freaking out when I say this. I don't want the whole world to know I'm here. But let's just say, I'm interested. Ew! I blink, unable to stop the words from spilling from my mouth. Kindly f*** off. I flashed my sweetest smile. Do you mind waiting for a minute? I suppose I could donate a minute of my time to a citizen in need. I log out of the register and walk to the back. Then I take off my apron in the back of the store and clock out of my shift. I see Luke leaning against the wall when I come out. Are we going now? We? Yeah, I don't think so. Do you get off on harassing minimum wage employees or something? Because frankly, it's tiring and old. I don't know what your angle is. Being kindly f*** off. Nobody gets paid enough to deal with this kind of bullshit. Luke looks visibly irritated. Fine, you just lost the chance at every civilian once. That's false because I'm a civilian and I don't want you. I was gonna light your life on fire. Ew! Have fun with your golden boy, I will. A hero from the stars. Yeah, right. Ask Ray how he got his abilities. Luke grins, a smile full of malice. Hope you know what you're getting yourself into. Yinny, he gives a cold laugh. That guy's no hero. Luke angrily takes his leave, muttering some words under his breath on his way out. I sigh, exhausted. Well, what the heck was that about? I look over my shoulder at House, who's appeared behind me with a croissant in hand. Honestly, I have no idea. He said he was a hero and accused that new regular Ray of some ridiculous stuff. What kind of stuff? Him being a hero or something? Which one? The star one? Binary star. Yeah. I'll cheese on that croissant and thought, weird. The guy seemed like a total dick. Maybe he was hopped up on some new designer drug or something. Unfortunately, I got the vibe that it was just his default personality. He was really laying it on you though, and I didn't want it laid on me. I felt like I was being teabagged verbally. Yucky. Good thing Miles wasn't around. He would have flipped out. Probably would have scared Blaze away with his enthusiasm. Damn, Miles could have saved the day. Could you imagine Miles cornering Blaze to show him hundreds of pictures of his collectibles? The hero would be so creeped out. Who knows, he seems self-obsessed enough to probably enjoy it. I'm sure he has his own collection too. I could totally see that. I know we shouldn't implement a no weirdos policy. Haley leans up against the counter next to me. They laugh. It's a refreshing sound like bells in the summer. Yeah, but then Miles wouldn't be able to work. Hey, I heard that. Haley and I chuckle at the far-off sound of Miles' voice. You're allowed to turn away customers, you know? I tried. They give me a reassuring pat on the shoulder. Just call me next time. I'll kick his ass out of here. I gasp in fake shock. To a hero? Isn't that like a crime or something? Haley smiles deviously. Maybe. I'll key his car for good measure. They say 2 crimes are better than 1. Wow, House. Loving the determination. If only that was reflected in your management style. We laugh a bit between the two of us. I've only known House for about 3 months now, but we've become so close. They always know the right thing to say to cheer me up. Anyways, I should probably head out. Hey, before you go. Haley bites her lip, debating. After a couple seconds pass, they speak up. That guy, you said his name was Ray? Yeah, I actually ran into him the other day and he helped me carry my groceries home. Well, look, I kinda get a bad feeling from the guy. What about him? Hal rubs her neck, looking away. It's, I guess a feeling. Like, kind of a bad one. Something doesn't feel genuine with him. Thanks for letting me know, but I'm probably going to ignore it because I want Ray to bend me over so bad. Maybe just keep an eye out for anything that's off. I haven't seen anything weird yet. What's weird? Hi, Ray. I was just telling Haley about how much I wanted you to bend me over. Also, I should move myself some out of the way. I feel like I almost had a heart attack. Ray somehow walked up without me even noticing. Nothing weird, we just had some, coffee lids go missing recently. Is that right? Ray stares directly at Haley, who levels a glare right back at him. He shoots me a quick smile. Sorry, I don't think I met your friend yet. Oh, this is Haley. Oh. Co-worker? Friend. Haley cuts in quickly. Sorry for interrupting the conversation. I'm just looking to get the usual before heading to work. It's almost 5 p.m. and you're just starting work for the day? Yeah, that's strange. What do you do for work? Law enforcement. Ray responds without missing a beat. A tense silence falls between the three of us. I don't quite understand what's going on, but I feel uncomfortable. Haley, what do you do for work? What do you mean? I'm obviously at work right now. This is your only job. Last time I checked, yeah. What if Haley's secretly a hero? Last time I checked, yeah. Sorry, you just look so familiar. I think Haley is a hero. I just can't put my finger on it. Haley looks genuinely annoyed. I could see them bite their cheek, probably to keep themselves from saying anything that's too unprofessional. You must be thinking of someone else. Haley straightens out. Ray smiles, but there was no friendliness to it. Maybe you're right. Haley smiles back with an equal amount of spite. You know, we had a celebrity visit. You just missed it. He was a hero too. This place is quite popular lately. Ray's face falls into a frown. Haley looks at me for a second. I can't imagine why. It's only we have some kind of hero discount or something. Ray's lips pull tight and he narrows his eyes. Is that right? Haley picks at their nails, seemingly uninterested. Yeah, what was his name again? Flame? Blade? Blaze. Ray mumbles under his breath. Right, that was it. He suddenly looks at me and gives me a smile. Looks like I overstayed my welcome. I should probably head to work before my new phone blows up. Ray glances at Haley. Thanks. Here's some coffee before you go. Ray already begins to leave. I should grab him some coffee before he goes. Oh, Ray! I jog past Haley in a rush and grab onto his sleeve. He turns to me looking a bit surprised. Yeah? I smile at him. Wait just one more second. Please just wait for one more second. Bends over the table, takes pants off. My god, I want this man so much. Like, he's not the usual aesthetic type that I like, as I prefer, you know, guys that look like Blade who have like dark hair. But there's something about this man's like riz that is just really getting to me. I jog off to the coffee, grabbing him a fresh cup of black coffee. I hope work goes by quickly for you. I hand him the cup. Ray smiles softly. Please bend me over. Thanks, Star. He reaches his hand out as if he wanted to touch my hand, but then he pauses and pulls back. I'll catch you around. Please do. Come back soon. Of course. He gives a little wink before turning and heading out. I want him so bad. I don't even know what it is. I want him so bad. Haley gives me a long look from beside the coffee bar counter. Is there something wrong? Haley opens her mouth to say something, but settles on a shake of the head. Nah. Haley, sensing my skepticism, gives a reassuring smile. Oh, did I tell you? Remember that action figure that Miles was trying to get? The $8,000 one? Yeah, so apparently he went and cried for money from each of his friends but was still $20 short. Long story short, guess he shares the same shoe size as Miles. Haley gives a triumphant look, placing one of their long legs forward. Sitting on their feet were a used, like new, pair of lay-on sneakers. Worth every penny. Can you believe Miles and I are the exact same shoe size? Didn't Miles come in wearing those shoes today? Where are your shoes? Is Miles wearing heels? Miles can rock a black-heeled boot. I think it's giving him more confidence. A loud crash can be heard from the storage room. He's still getting the hang of it though. After chatting with Haley for a bit longer, I finally take my leave and head home. The next day, I get to work at 9 AM for a later shift. After clocking in, I start restocking some pastries. No, dude, I'm telling you, Blaze is like going rogue or something. Why else would Binary do that? What happened? Blaze is totally going full anti-hero. Haley groans as they approach Miles in tow as he chats their ear off. Miles, for the last time, anti-heroes don't exist. They could though. No, they can't. It is illegal to be doing any hero activities without proper government approval, and that is especially so for some rogue anti-hero type activities. Miles turns to me next. Okay, Yiddy, so listen to this. Yiddy doesn't want to listen, Miles. What's going on? Looks like Yiddy does want to listen. Miles smirks smugly, and Haley, he just rolls their eyes at him. You didn't see the news, or like, go on any social media today or yesterday? Not really. I accidentally slept in and was in a rush this morning. I practically ran here. Gotta check this out. Miles is already tapping on his phone. He suddenly turns the screen towards me and I look closely. At first, it's kinda hard to understand what's going on, but on closer inspection, it seems as if a hero is throwing another hero off a building. Is this a joke? I don't really get it. What the hell did Ray do? Miles fast forwards the video a bit. Okay, there's a close up here. The video shows two heroes talking, and suddenly one tries to kick the other. The hero who's on the receiving end of the kick grabs the other hero by the ankle and holds them over the ledge of the tall building. The hero lets go, but the other hero stays suspended in the air, and they continue to converse. How are they floating like that? One of Binary's abilities is telekinesis. You didn't know that? Miles scoffs as if it's the most obvious thing in the world. After a minute or so, the heroes seem finished talking. Binary Star turns and starts to walk away, and the other hero plummets towards the ground. Miles shuts off the video. Oh my god. Don't worry too much, the guy's fine. Yeah, and get this. Before Binary grabbed his leg, Blaze said, "What are you gonna do? Stop me?" And then Binary grabbed him and just dropped him off the side of the freaking building. So badass. That was the only audio that was caught. Yes, and innocents are going crazy trying to figure out what it was all about. Binary Star's squeaky clean. He's never done anything like this. So it has to be something about Blaze going rogue. Why else would Binary Star do that to Blaze, a hero that was previously his sidekick for 3 years? What? I doubt that going rogue thing. I think the more squeaky clean a hero seems, the more skeletons they're probably hiding in their closet. Don't be so envious, Hal. It looks bad on you. Miles just laughs despite Hal's potent glare. What do you think, Yinny? I just don't care. To be honest, I really can't be bothered to care that much. Heroes can do whatever they want. It's not like any of us can influence that, skeletons or not. If Blaze goes rogue, anti-hero, or whatever, the government will definitely crack down on it. So, I guess this really doesn't pertain to me in any way. I'm just one civilian. I don't really care so much. You're wrong, Yinny. It does pertain to you. You might not think the heroes affect you, but that's wrong. They affect all of us whether we like it or not. I open my mouth to retort, but I can't find a proper response. Haley had a point. No matter where you look, posters of heroes are always around, watching. People strive and work within this binary of good and evil that has been permeated by the concept of heroes and civilians. Heroes are so ingrained in our society at this point. I don't think any of us can imagine a world without them, even if we want to. I don't see how the whole hero thing affects me personally, but I can understand what you mean. I guess I mean to say that I just wish it didn't pertain to me. Yeah, same. You just gotta watch out for yourself first and foremost. I chuckle. I know how. I think better than anyone. Haley quirks an eyebrow. Before they can talk, I cut them off. Don't worry about it. I laugh awkwardly, changing the subject. So, I think we're running low on straws again. Good. Save the turtles, baby. They are made out of cardboard, Miles. Oh, then save the trees, baby. I've had enough of you people. Haley jokingly exclaims, walking off towards the back door. I glance up at the clock. It's about time for Hal's smoke break, so I can't say I'm surprised they took this opportunity to ditch us. Killing your lungs! I shout to Haley's retreating form. We're all dying anyways. Haley waves her cigarette of choice, disappearing into the back. A couple of hours drift by. The sound of clanking mugs and patrons quietly conversing amongst themselves could be almost comforting. If I wasn't so damn tired. Haley walks up to the register. So, I have to head out early. You could close by yourself? On a hero mission, Haley? Yeah, no problem. I feel like I've done it a billion times at this point. Haley shoots a slightly worried look but covers it with a smile. Make sure to call me if anything weird is happening, alright? I'll be fine. Stop worrying, Hal. Haley sighs. I'm never not gonna be worried about you, Yinny. I'm not as helpless as you think I am, Hal. Haley smiles. I know, I'm always gonna worry no matter what though. Yeah, now go clock out. I'll take Miles with me. Oh, Miles already left. Haley grins. Let me guess, did he say it was time for his grandma's physical therapy? I can't help but cringe, which makes Haley rub their temples. Miles doesn't have a grandmother. Honestly, I should have seen that one coming. Haley sighs. It's not your fault, Yinny. I'm sorry. No, don't worry about it. Miles will be hearing from me tomorrow. I grimace. I feel a little bad for Miles considering how much Haley is glorying up a storm currently. Was that on purpose? Was that a play on words? Does Haley control the weather? Haley takes her leave. After an hour, I start to close up the store. Noticing that we're a bit low on cups, I grab some from the back to restock. While I'm restocking the coffee bar shelves, I hear the door chime. Sorry, we're closed. I turn towards the sound of the door. Oh, don't be like that, honey. Please don't tell me it's double vision. Please don't. I was really hoping it wasn't. My blood runs cold. I whip around and he comes into view. He's so hot though. Damn it! I start to sweat and my heart pounds. I thought this place treated their customers like family. And I would say we're closer than family though. Wouldn't you agree, Winter? He leans on the counter and I take a step back instinctively. Maybe you could make me a cappuccino, you know, for old time's sake. My hand shook and I couldn't seem to get a grip. How did you find me? Dear Winter, you think you could hide from me? He laughs, brushing a hand through his hair. I didn't think you were so stupid. I came to get you. I instinctively backed up to bring you back. My eyes shot around, scanning for anything I could use as a weapon. Double stares down at me, his eyes emptier than ever. He watches me like a possessed man, no emotion to be found, like a shell. He looks scared. Winter, I'm unable to answer. Don't worry. For now, I'm just here to see you. Double walks behind the counter and makes himself a cup of coffee. Every now and then he shoots a glance at my direction. I'm unable to make eye contact with him. I can't run. My legs feel like they're stuck in place. Just leave me alone. I scrape up what courage I have and level my gaze at him. Why can't you just leave me alone, Double? Double smiles. He walks over, closely leaning into my personal space. He blinks slowly, like an enamored cat. I don't want to. What? I said I don't want to. And Double reaches out, his finger touching my cheeks so lightly I could barely even feel it. You always feel like this. He mumbles, gaze fluttering around my face. I can extend out and touch you, yet you always seem just outside of my reach. I push his hand away. Underneath his mask, he smiles. It's bitter. I'll take my leave. He grabs his cup of coffee and saunters towards the door. Double pauses, looking back. But remember, next time, I'm taking you with me. My stomach drops. As soon as Double leaves, I run and lock the door. My legs collapse and I hit the floor. How did he find me? I covered all of my tracks. There's no way. This can't be happening to me. Thoughts pummel violently through my mind, one after the other. Where did I go wrong? It takes me a fair while to recover. I spend countless minutes on the cold hard floor before feeling returns to my legs. I finish the rest of the closing activities between bouts of pure panic and sluggish exhaustion. The sun has already set, shifting the angry red glow to a cast of dark blue and city lights. I drag my feet back home, slowly making my way through the city. My head hurts and I feel exhausted. After crossing the threshold of my small apartment, I flop onto the floor, my energy completely depleted. I'm too tired physically and emotionally to even be worried if my apartment is still safe. After an hour on the floor, I find the energy to drag myself to bed. I'll escape again, the day after tomorrow. Despite it being my day off, I head towards the familiar view of the cafe, my heart wrenched at the thought of leaving this job. Sure, it wasn't the best job, but it was a life of normalcy for me. I truly didn't know how much I missed that. I walk into the cafe waiting present for what is likely to be the last time. In my hand holds my resignation letter. My steps feel heavy. Haley, upon seeing me, can sense that something isn't quite right. Yinny, isn't it your day off? Haley glances at the envelope in my hand, a deep frown appearing on their face. Is this about Miles? If he did something... It's not about Miles. Haley's face sinks when they think about what else could prompt me to quit. It isn't about you either, House. I bite my lip, my stomach swelling. This is a lot harder than I thought it would be. I just need to quit. Haley's facial expression looks a little hurt. I glance down at the envelope, holding it up. I'm sorry to do this. If you want time off... No, I just need to get away. But I can't say that. I won't dare pull Haley into this mess. My mess. I need to get some fresh air. Haley has trouble making eye contact. Their face is more stoic than ever, but I knew them well enough to see the flashes of hurt that swims across their expression. There's nothing I can say, huh? No, the silence drifts between us and I hand them the envelope. I desperately want to say sorry, but it dies on my tongue before it can surface to my lips. It's okay, Haley whispers and they force a smile. I'm sure it's for a good reason, Yinny. I force a smile, unsure of what to say. Sorry, I'm just being selfish. Do what's best for you, Yinny. Maybe someday, when whatever you're running from is over, you can come back. And you know I'm running from something. I've looked in the mirror before, Yinny. It didn't feel appropriate to ask any further, so I just hand them the envelope. I'm guessing you aren't finishing out the week. I shake my head. Sorry. Thought so. Don't worry, we'll be fine. Your last paycheck will be in next week. Haley pulls me into a hug, and they pull back, looking at me warmly. I'm sad, I don't want to quit. Haley forces a smile, despite the sadness that swims under the surface. Well, stay safe. And I wish you all the best, Yinny. If you need anything, and I mean anything, you have my number. Can you reveal your hero form and go kill Double? I nod, unable to speak as a lump swells in my throat. You'll be great wherever you end up. I know it. Everything will be okay. I promise. Thanks, House. Haley ruffles my hair, turning away. I'm gonna go file this and take a smoke. They look over their shoulder. Goodbye, Yinny. Goodbye, Hal. I walk out of the store, looking back at it one last time. I decide to take the long way home, to be alone with my thoughts. As I walk, I notice a magazine left on a bench. The wind picks it up and it flies onto the ground. I pick it up to recycle it, the wind only becoming more intense. As I'm walking back home, my eye glances at the magazine. Familiarity catching my eye. Binary Star. Oh god. Wow. Jesus Christ. I wonder how big it is. Binary Star. Adorns the cover, splayed across like a Greek god. I guess that Luke guy was onto something. Ray really does look similar to Binary Star. Yay! They could be cousins. Ray had those red eyes. They could even be brothers. Binary Star's bright red eyes were unsettling to me. No matter how hard his smile shined, I couldn't deny that the cover was attractive though. It's very attractive. I glanced at the headline. Inside the dazzling world of Binary Star, curiosity gets the better of me and I flipped to the interview. From Binary Star's time fighting for world peace to his new city, our favorite hero tells us everything. Everyone's favorite hero has moved home base and is more popular than ever. From posing to the newest names in vogue to defending cities from alien attacks, Binary Star's brilliance never seems to fade. Today, we had the chance to sit down and talk one-on-one with our favorite hero from the stars. Despite being everyone's favorite hero, you seem to have been taking on a new look recently. This new, dangerous, and dare I say, sexy look is driving fans wild. Can you tell us what inspired this change? Binary Star gives a polite laugh when I wanted to show a new side of myself to the fans. I think citizens can lose interest in heroes because we may come off as ostentatious. I want to share that we're human too. I enjoy my time off. I drink black coffee almost every morning. I've even been thinking of adopting a cat. I find happiness in a lot of things that others may call boring, and I just call them normal. I say your newest cover on Hero Fair is anything but normal. First your dangerous stunt with Blaze, now this cover. Fans are saying that you're taking on a more sexy and edgy look to appeal to a more mature crowd. The current theory stands that it has been a while since you've been seen with a partner. Perhaps spring is upon our favorite hero. I'm lucky to have such dedicated fans that care for my well-being. I hope that my fans can see that I'm someone with emotion and edge. Binary Star gives a coy smirk, although I can't say that my change wasn't inspired by a special someone. Suddenly the ground begins to shake. What? Is an earthquake happening? My footing becomes uneven. As the ground is jolted in every which way, I hear a scream in the distance. Suddenly smoke rushes, encapsulating everything. Oh great! I attempt to run, I could only get so far before giant, unearthly black shadows take form. It dawned on me what was happening. Some ungodly monster was attacking the city. The aliens. Horrible creatures that destroy everything that they touch. Suddenly I think of Miles and Haley and my heart jumps into my throat. I have to help them! I sprint back towards the cafe in pure panic, knowing that it'll take me closer to where the monsters roam. When I get there, the cafe is already half collapsed. Wait, I hope Miles and Haley are okay. Haley I'm pretty sure is a hero. Miles I'm not sure. My heart is beating out of my chest. I swallow my head desperately, but all I see is smoke. Screams surround me no matter where I turn, the smoke only becoming thicker. Haley! I scream. Miles! I continue to scream and sprint and search for my co-workers. Suddenly I feel a vibration in my pocket. The caller ID read Haley and I scramble to pick up. The minute I accept the call, Haley is talking at breakneck speed. Yinny, listen to me. Don't come to the cafe or the West District. Are you okay? Where are you? Miles and I are safe. The minute I felt something was wrong, we hightailed it out just in time. Where are you? The ground shakes so violently that my phone drops to the ground. I crouch to find that the smoke fills my lungs, burning them. As I'm crouched down, the ground starts to shake with increasing violence. So much so that I'm unable to get up. I look up, and a dark shadow lurks near me. I can't help but to stare at the horrific creature. Alien, destructive. Death. My body shakes at the sight. I crawl behind the displaced facade. It lurks closer. I try to stop myself from shaking, but it's futile. As the giant form lurks near me, I cover my mouth to keep myself from screaming. A scream further away caught its attention. The ungodly creature lumbered towards the sound, crushing and destroying everything as it went. I tried to get up, to run, to save myself, but my knees faltered, plummeting me back towards the ground. Excuse me. I hear a voice behind me and turn around. He's so hot. Like, Ray, I know it's you, but you're so hot and I would actually like help. Can you also bend me over? Do you need help? I look up and see a hand reaching towards me. A hand connected to the body of a hero I saw in a magazine not so 30 minutes prior. Binary Star. He smiles. Yes. Before I can stop myself, I blurt out my first thought. You look different in person. He seems unsure of what to say but flashes a dazzling smile. I'll take that as a compliment. Sorry, I didn't mean it as an insult. I can hear screaming in the distance. I look past the hero and see someone being picked up by the large creature. Maybe you should help them? His gaze doesn't falter from me. My sidekick will take care of it. Okay. Let me help you up. I take his hand and the hero helps me to my feet. I lean on him a bit as my legs were still wobbly. You don't seem like you'll be able to walk. Oh, he does not look as tired as Ray. Before I can protest, the hero lifts me bridal style with ease. Looks like I'll have to airlift you out. Wait, Binary, Mr. Star, there are other people that probably need your help more. My legs are probably fine now, I can just run. He glances down at me and does not answer. The uncharacteristic expression disappears as quickly as it graced his face. We lift into the air, traveling at fast speeds, his red cape flowing behind him. After a few minutes, Binary Star lowers me to the ground. There we go. How are you feeling? Confused? Overwhelmed? He hovers close, glancing around my form.
Are you hurt at all?
No, I'm fine, I think. A silence just between us. Oh, thank you for your help, Mr. Star. He smiles brightly.
No problem at all.
Another small silence just between us. I clear my throat awkwardly.
I suppose I should leave then.
I blink. His tone made it feel like a trick question. Yeah, I'm not sure how much heroing you'll do here. This far away seems pretty safe aside from the smoke.
Once the aliens are gone, the smoke will clear up. Just stay inside
and try not to breathe too much of it in. I look around and stare at the surroundings for the first time since we landed. This area looks familiar.
What's your name? I'd love to take you out to...
Oh, it's my neighborhood. My apartment's right there. I'm so lucky I didn't have to call a cab to get home. I think you knew your apartment was right there. Binary Star looked a bit awestruck. I cringed, realizing I just interrupted him. Sorry, what were you saying?
It's nothing.
Okay, well, I should probably go inside then and not distract you from hero duties. Thanks again, Mr. Star. I give a small wave goodbye while I'm walking towards my apartment. I enter my apartment, tossing my stuff on the counter. I send Haley a text letting them know that I made it home safe. Switching on the TV, I flip to the news station. On the news shows flashes of light and color as the heroes battle the long-legged aliens. The street signs of the cafe flies across the screen, slamming into one of the creatures. It suddenly occurred to me that Ray could have been in the area. I scramble to get my phone. The phone rings a bit, then goes to voicemail. Hi, Ray? This is... The phone begins to vibrate in my hand. It's Ray calling me back. I quickly answer. Hi.
Hey, Yinny. You called?
Yeah, I'm not sure if you heard the news today, but stay out of the West District, okay? There's silence on the other line and I thought I heard a scream. Ray?
Yeah, sorry. Must have spaced. I heard the news. I'll be sure to stay out of the West District.
A large crash resounds in the background of the call. Is everything okay?
Yeah? Why?
I just thought I heard something.
Is that so?
Yeah, it was like... I glanced up at the news program. On the live screen in the background of the news report showed national hero, Binary Star, talking on his cell phone.
Hello? Yinny?
Binary Star's mouth movements lined up perfectly with Ray's voice through the screen. My mind couldn't believe what it was seeing. Hi.
Are you doing okay? You seem kind of off.
The movement of Binary Star's mouth matched up perfectly with Ray's voice in my phone. Out of shock, I hurl my phone across the room. It slams into the wall, the screen going black. I see Binary Star. No, Ray mouths my name on the TV program first, confused then concerned. Ray mouths my name one more time into the phone. He then puts his phone into his pocket. Half a second later, a cloud of dust remained from where he once stood. Some part of me knew it would be only a matter of minutes until he was at my door. I grabbed my jacket and keys, running outside as fast as I can. My heart was beating 1,000,000 miles a minute, and I knew I needed space for my thoughts to process what I just discovered. I sprinted from my apartment building. Once I knew I was in the area, my gait slowed. Let's just think. My heart pounded in my chest as I walked the lonely residential streets. National hero, Binary Star, is without a doubt Ray, a guy who only orders black coffee and always looks tired. They just seem nothing alike, but I can't deny that Binary's interview in the magazine had the same interests as Ray. I mumble to myself, Binary Star is always smiling. To the people, he's a shining example of patriotism, courage, and kindness. Ray, on the other hand, looked like he would willingly jump off a bridge at the slightest inconvenience. I continue to walk, making my way deeper into the suburb. Binary Star is so optimistic and charismatic, but Ray seems like every sentence he utters takes a week off his life. But I like Ray, he's cute. He gives me wet cat energy. If I didn't see it myself, I truly wouldn't have believed it. I stop in my tracks, a realization coming back to me. The Binary Star that saved me, his eyes weren't red. His eyes were deep black, just like Ray's. I bury my face into my hands and groan. Have I really just been flirting with Binary Star this whole time? The situation is so weird. Oh no!
What situation?
As I look up, I only get a glance at his face before being knocked out cold. I soon wake to the sound of dripping water. I glance around dreamily. Soon, I come to. This isn't my apartment. I jolt awake, whipping my head around desperately. The scenery of a concrete warehouse graces my vision.
Boss, Winter's awake.
One henchman calls. I try to scream, but the cloth gag prevents me. Classic. As if being summoned by my thoughts, Double walks up, crouching in front of me.
Wakey, wakey, Winter.
He grabs my face, jostling it back and forth lightly.
Oh, don't look so spiteful.
You're gonna make me feel hurt. I yank at my ties, but they're so tight I don't think I could even slip out of them. Double winks, as if reading my mind.
Reinforced.
Just for you.
And you think I don't know you? Let's face it, Yinny. Nobody knows you better than I do. Nobody.
Double pulls out a knife and my blood runs cold.
So I'd like to ask you to stay put.
Okay? Stare defiantly. Yeah, suck my ass. I stare at Double in defiance.
Oh, look at you.
He grabs my face between his index and thumb, jostling me lightly.
You are so freaking cute. This is why I just had to have you back all to myself, Yinny. When you glare like that, I just know I can't give you up to anyone else.
He sighs in almost a dreamlike way. His smile is genuine, as if he's truly having fun. The psycho.
Though, I'm not sure if our crew will be able to forgive you.
I look up, noticing the 20 or so henchmen that surround Double. I spot Ripley, but he refuses to make eye contact with me. Guilt clouds his features as he stares off into space very intentionally. I felt a form of rage that I couldn't quite explain, despite the fact that Ripley has already been through what I was about to go through. Oh jeez.
You see, my men here want to rip your throat out. Do some lasting damage. You betrayed us, Winter.
He spits my old alias out of his mouth as if it were the remains of a chewed up sunflower seed.
And that hurt. We were family. Closer than family, right?
All of the henchmen shout agreements. It was obvious that their rage had been worked up by Double for months at this point, and now they wanted to get even. Ray, save me! Ray! I tried to stop my body from shaking, but it was in vain. Double catches my feeble attempt and smiles. Evil. Intentional.
Now, Night Crew, what do we think would even the scales? An eye for an eye, right? What our little Winter did to us is a betrayal that will never heal. So, I would like to encourage something that is also lasting. So our dear Winter will never forget their betrayal of the crew.
Double laughs, glancing at me.
Poetic, don't you think?
The henchmen get eager. I see a fair amount of faces in the crowd that I haven't seen before, and some faces I used to know are gone. I can't suppress the shiver that runs down my spine at the thought of what could have possibly happened to them.
So, men, what would even the scale? A finger!
No, not my finger! I need those! A henchman shouts. The excitement in his tone makes my blood run cold.
2 fingers!
The men laugh at the casual one-upping, as if the reality of my fingers weren't at stake right in front of them. I fight against my own breath that so desperately wants to disassociate.
Oh, Winter, you're so popular. Looks like they want any part of you.
Double laughs, genuinely enjoying my fear and the chaos. The crowd goes wild and my stomach churns violently.
So, we have our conclusion then.
The men cheer. He holds out his hand and the knife is replaced with a larger machete.
Ripley,
bring the ice. Double turns to me, smiling.
So here's the deal, honey.
He unwraps my ties, grabbing one of my wrists and slamming my hand down on the cinder block in front of me.
I am gonna cut 2 fingers off. One of them I'll be keeping for myself as a little token of penance for what you did. The other, I'll give it back to you all nicely wrapped up in an ice bag. I'll even let you choose which finger you want to keep. I want you to have that decision because I love you. Then you'll be free to desperately search for an ER to reattach it for you. Just like I desperately searched and searched for you.
He leans back, a shallow smile on his lips. He holds my finger, except for my index.
Don't squirm so much.
If I mangle it or make the cut too low, they won't be able to reattach it. He touches the cold knife to my finger, making a small cut where he plans to aim for. My stomach twists. I attempt to look away, but his hand with the machete quickly moves to my face. He grasps my jaw, forcing my face back to its original position.
No, don't you dare look away from me. From this, you have to witness the loss of something valuable, just like I did. If you close your eyes, I'll take another finger for good measure.
Tears begin to streak down my face.
Oh, Yinny. Oh, it's okay.
Double coos, stroking away some tears before moving back to my wrist.
Don't cry, honey. This'll be over before you can blink.
The tears refuse to stop as I begin to sob out of fear. I'll take care of you nicely throughout the healing process.
I promise.
He leans forward, placing a few kisses on my tear-stained cheeks through his mask, and then leans back with a wide smile under his mask. I shake, knowing what was coming next. He raises a large knife in what feels to be slow motion.
What the fuck do you think you're doing?
I look in disbelief. Ray! I start to yell under my mouth gag. Ray, save me please, and also afterwards bend me over and let me slurp you like my life depends on it. Double is gonna kill him if he stays here. Yinny, that's binary star. Double can't do shit. I panic, but my screams are stopped by the gag that wraps my mouth. Double becomes annoyed and grabs my face violently, looking at me square in the eye. I become silent at Double's stare. Ray seems incredibly upset. Let go. Ray glares at Double, who just laughs. He gets up, facing Ray, who steps closer. I'm sorry, who are you? Ray just stares, same deep glare adorning his face. Look, for your own well-being, I'd advise you to just move along. You're interrupting a pivotal moment here. Let go of Yinny. Now Double looks ticked off. Let me take Yinny and go. Then you and your cronies can be free to do whatever you do. Double laughs without humor. Fine. You wanna stick around? Don't tell me I didn't warn you. Ray's stern voice cuts off Double. I don't think you heard me properly. I said, that's so hot. That's so hot. Ray, that's so hot. Yinny, calm yourself. I can't. He's really hot. Do it again. Wow. Hey, yo. I said, fuck off. So attractive. I don't even know what to say. He's so pretty. Oh my god. Wow. Ray's eyes flash a familiar red. A red glow I'd seen adorn posters and news programs for years. Double laughs. Oh, you've got to be freaking kidding me. Double turns to me incredulously. This is your watchdog. Fucking binary star. Double paces, clearly frustrated. Out of everyone, this is your hero boy toy. God damn it. Ray just stands there, glowering at Double. Ray shoots a glance at my face and his expression becomes more furious than ever. Fine, whatever. I guess I'll be the first to take down Binary Star then. Double throws a knife, but in a split second, it is cut down by an angry red laser. With a yell, the henchmen run towards Ray, their weapons in tow. Blood splatters across my body, as the henchman to the left of me is sliced cleanly in two. Go Ray, go! Get him! His blood splashes against the ground. What happens next is only what can be described as a one-sided bloodbath. The henchmen soon realize they were no competition for the top hero Binary Star. Some attempt to flee, but that didn't stop Binary Star from slaughtering them like a child stomping a line of ants. As I sat tied up, severed body parts dropped to the ground like piñata party favors. Organs spilled out of torsos mid-run. They splayed across the ground with splatters that made my mind go numb. Double took advantage of Binary Star being distracted with his henchmen. In a split second, Double used his ability and phased away. Also, he does have an ability. I thought he was just like some jerk-off who talked big. I couldn't move. I couldn't scream. My mind was no longer living in the same moment my body was, out of what felt like hours, but likely only a few minutes. The last body cracked against the floor. As the concrete floor was decorated like an abstract painting, Binary Star approaches me. Oh dear, you're still very hot though, and I absolutely would. He hunches down with a knife he picked up from the ground. With the knife he cuts the ties from my wrists. I notice his eyes are back to black. Some part of me is thankful for it. But like a gun with the safety off, I feel as relieved as I can knowing that danger is only an impulse away. Yinny, are you okay? I can see him say something in a far-off place but my brain does not register. Yinny. He brushes my cheek with his sleeve. I can feel the wet being smeared off. I exist in a different world at this point. I can't even feel my beating heart or my uneven breaths. I simply know that they're there, without me, and that is all. I look at his face smeared with death. He has a peculiar expression. Something I can't quite place. Don't worry. We're gonna get you home. As he says my name, I try to respond but no words surface. Do you think you can get up? Like a puppet, I try to follow his words, but the next minute I stand, the world spins and I plummet towards darkness. And alright, I think we are gonna end it there and call this part 1, because this game is huge and I would like to get all of the endings for it. Part 2 will be up soon though, so you'll be able to enjoy all of the endings and the rest of the story with our favorite yandere hero. But so far, I love this so much. I wasn't expecting to have such a big crush on Ray, because he usually isn't the type that I go for. There's something about the Riz. There is something about this man that makes me just want him so badly. It is incredible. I want to kiss him so bad. I want him so badly. Like right now, I need this man. I need him in my life. But yeah, I cannot wait to see how the story develops with Ray. And also, I cannot wait until the next part because I really hope we get to kiss him and do other stuff. I want him so bad. I have such a big crush. I would like to draw this man naked. Thank you. Anyways, thank you so much for experiencing this story with me. I hope you enjoyed our time with Ray as much as I did. And if you did like this video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. And also, if you want to hang out outside videos, I stream on Twitch 3 times a week. Feel free to come over and hang out with me in the community. But that's all for now. Thank you so much for coming on this adventure with me. And until next time, take care.